everybody, welcome to Sweet Spot Sexy. Happy Workout Wednesday. It's your girl Sabrina here. Today I just want to talk about eating clean while on the road. So whether you travel for work or you're just going out on a vacation, maybe a girls' weekend getaway or whatever it is, I want to talk about how you can eat clean and not feel like super guilty when you come back, or come back without weighing 10 pounds and 20 pounds more while you're out and vacationing and traveling. So the first thing I would say is, if it is a road trip, something that you're driving to, then you want to really make a point to pack your snacks. And this is actually something that I learned and experienced not too long ago. I was talking about traveling, and I posted on Facebook, and I was like, oh my gosh, please don't let me blow my diet. And somebody said, you should just pack your snacks in the car. And I don't know why I didn't think of the simplest thing, but it made a huge difference. Being able to have some level of control and choosing from my home the snacks that I wanted. So I packed some fruit. My homegirl Essence came through, and she had some seaweed and some healthy dried fruit for us, and nuts, and all kinds of different things for us to choose from. So it was really easy traveling with the Sweet Spot cast to not be snacking on a bunch of potato chips and empty calories. So it was really great. If you are flying, I learned on one of our trips that there are some foods that you can actually bring through TSA security. I don't have like a full list, so I definitely recommend that you check the website, but just to give you an example, we were coming back from Oakland, and Ainsley had purchased some vegetable fried rice, and he wanted to bring it with him, and I was swearing up and down, you're not gonna be able to get through TSA, blah, blah, blah. And come to find out, he was totally able to walk it through. They did not take it from him and so forth. So, and it was like a pretty nice size container. So you can bring certain foods through with you and on your flights. So, and I recommend it. Because again, that's going to help you. If you're like me and you like to travel light, like I already usually have a bag with me that has all my fitness stuff, and then I have my carry-on, which has all my clothes and costumes and whatever I need for work, my laptop. I don't want to have another bag with food or be trying to shove all the food in my fitness bag. So I will purchase snacks once I'm through security. Snacks that I look for fruits. So I try to get things like banana, apple, something I can easily consume. I love oranges, but they're a little more work, and then I have to find a place to put the peel, so I usually don't eat that when I'm on a plane. I get string cheese, and I'll get like a Fiber One bar or something like that. Costs a little bit more, but I buy these snacks because in between, so like let's say I'm catching a flight that's at 10 a.m. I might eat breakfast at home, and then in between, let's say I have a layover or something like that, I'm gonna get hungry, and I'm gonna need my snack and to refuel. So I usually will buy something healthy, so that when I do land and it's time for lunch, I'm not like starving, so that I'm less tempted to make a choice that may not be the healthiest choice, where I'm like, well, I'll just eat anything, I don't really care about how healthy it is, I'm just gonna have anything. So getting the snacks are important. Other things that I do, and then we'll talk about actually eating out at restaurants, because if you're going out on a date with your hubby or whatever it is, I want to give you tips about that. Other things that I do when I travel: I never leave home without my water bottle, ever. I am married to this thing. It's a wonder it's not growing out of my hip. I take this with me. I bring it empty within my carry-on onto my flights, and then I usually will fill it up in the water fountain if they have one. If I don't fill it up in a water fountain, then the other thing that I look for, sometimes when you're in like coffee shops, they have like a hot water, cold water thing, so you can just fill it up that way, or I'll just buy at least one bottle of water and fill it up. But it just gives me a way to watch my water intake and make sure I'm getting enough. The other thing I never leave without is this. My favorite thing, happiness, is this right here. I love Shakeology. This serves two purposes for me when I'm traveling. One, if I'm traveling to teach for my day job, this gives me a way to have a snack during the day while I'm teaching and in front of people, without feeling like, oh man, I gotta eat in front of these people, because I'm not. This has tons of nutrients. I think I've showed you this probably before, but it has all kinds of vitamins and nutrients. They're all natural ingredients, and it's really a superfood. So it's not only a source of protein, but it's also a source of all the vitamins and minerals that I need in a day. So when I'm traveling and I'm teaching, like this week, I actually will double up and I'll have 2 of these a day, one as my mid-morning snack and one as my mid-afternoon snack. So I don't leave home without it. And to accompany this, I travel with my shaker cup. So I put this in my fitness bag and I bring it with me. And so this way I can just throw this in here, throw 8 ounces of water, shake it up, and drink it on the go. So this serves me very well when I'm traveling. If you have other supplements and you can get them in packets like this, make sure you do and travel with them. It's gonna make your life easier. If you don't bring your packets, there are times where I forget to bring my Shakeology package, and they are the days that I cry. You can purchase protein shakes. Special K does one. Theirs has a lot less sugar than this one. This is one that I love, Core Power 26, but it has a lot of sugar in it. It's like 26 grams of sugar, so it's my guilty pleasure. The other one that I drink, which does come in low sugar, is Muscle Milk. So when I'm traveling and I forget to bring my own, then I buy those, because again, it gives me a way to have my mid-morning and my afternoon snack without eating in front of people and I'm in the middle of working or teaching or whatever it is. And it's quick. I just grab it, throw it in my laptop bag, and keep it moving. So those are things you can do to make sure you're still getting your 5 to 6 meals, you're still eating clean. And what's cool about the protein shakes and the protein supplements is that they also help you feel full, and so they sustain you a little bit longer. Now let's talk about eating out. You're stuck, you know, on a family vacation and the family wants to go out for dinner. Your boo has asked you out on a date and you don't want to just sit there and only eat salad and breadsticks all night every time you go out on a date. What are we going to do about that? When I am eating out at restaurants, there are certain things that I look for. If it's breakfast, it's a little bit easier. Because pretty much you can have eggs. You can always ask to substitute for turkey bacon. Most restaurants do that nowadays. You can always substitute hash browns for fruit. So there's lots of easy ins and outs. Lunch and dinner is a little bit more tricky. When I'm doing lunch out, I always look down the sandwich menu. I look for grilled meat options in the sandwich menu, or I look for like lean meat, so like turkey. If they have ham sandwiches, and I always ask, is it lean? Do you know? And if they don't know, I make the waiters go ask the chef. So it might sound like, you know, I'm being sedity, but my health is important to me. Like, I'm not gonna allow you to feed me just anything, and I'm paying you. So the least you can do is make sure I'm gonna be satisfied with whatever you present to me. So don't be afraid to ask questions about the menu. If you're ordering sandwiches and you're doing the lunch thing, normally they come with fries. I always look to see if I can substitute a salad for fries, or if there's a vegetable side that I can substitute. Like if they do, I don't know, great corn on the cob, then I might say, well, can I substitute that for my fries? And they might say, oh, it's $1 extra. Fine, I'm worth $1 extra. Or they might say, yes, no problem. Or, oh, I don't know. Whatever you need to do, just ask them, well, can you ask the chef and find out? More times than not, the waiters are more than happy to be accommodating. So it's really about you speaking up. The same is true for dinner. I look for fish options. I look for grilled chicken and steam options. I look for what vegetable sides they offer, and I try to find something that is going to fit what I need. So like if they offer a baked sweet potato, amazing, then I will have that. And I usually ask, well, does it come with butter? And they usually say, oh yeah, we put a thing in there. And I say, can I get it on the side? So that way I can control the portion of butter that I have. So I'm not getting like this much sweet potato and then a mound of butter on top, because nothing cool about that. So again, you have to ask your questions. And other thing I do on the side is dressings. Because sometimes you can go to a place, this happened to me also in Oakland, ironically. We went to this pub for lunch and I asked for a salad instead of fries, and then they brought me the salad and it was smothered, because I forgot to ask, it was smothered in the dressing. Like, it was so much dressing that the lettuce was wilted, and I was sad. And I actually didn't eat the salad because, one, I don't like soggy lettuce. Two, who's gonna eat that? Like, what? So always ask for your dressing on the side for 2 reasons. Some restaurants smother your salad with it, and secondly, again, it just gives you a way to control how much of your dressings that you're getting. I try to get balsamic vinaigrettes, and I also pay attention to what's in the salad. Like if they say it's iceberg lettuce, don't give it to me, it's a waste of my time. I look for mixed greens, I look for baby spinach, I look for arugula, darker green, more vitamin filled, so kale salads, things like that I look for on the menu. Because chances are if they're making it with iceberg, it's probably not going to have that many vegetables in it, and iceberg lettuce is really basically chewable water, so don't waste your time with that. So I think now that's everything. And other thing I can say is don't be afraid to mix and match. You may not see a meal that fits what your dietary needs are or what your nutrition needs are, so mix and match. And lastly, when you're out, don't be afraid to treat yourself. If you eat out 2 nights a week, I'm not saying treat yourself every single night, but maybe once or twice a month, you splurge and get dessert and you have a little bit of cake and a little bit of ice cream. You don't have to eat the whole thing if they bring you a big portion. Just get yourself a few bites and scoops. Again, everything is about portions and moderation and not eating unhealthy foods with every single meal that you have. If the majority of your meals are healthy on a regular basis, then it's okay to treat yourself. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you, in the summertime, I definitely get my hands on some cookie dough ice cream, and I love it. And I don't feel guilty about it because I eat well majority of the year. So that's your tips for eating well while you're on the road. If you have more questions, you know the drill. Just comment in the chats and we can have a...
Let's go. Make no excuses now. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. Your time is running out. I'm talking here and now.